Hi everyone, welcome to Lee Judges TV. Right, first and foremost, a couple of things to talk about before the game. Obviously, I've gone viral again with the incident outside the ground yesterday, and listen, totally a little bit peeved off of it really because it was like really good banter. It was like a great atmosphere yesterday. Like Man United were really up for it yesterday, the fans, and we was going into the ground and they're all giving you a bit of banter and all the phones are in your face and all that, and it was just a little bit of mucking around really, and what really has annoyed me more than anything is if those cameras are continuing, you would see that it was all like good fun and it was a little bit of banter and just good fun. It was like really enjoyable. It was going back to the old days of and I will have to say, like, as much as they were goading us and we was goading them, and there was no nastiness in it. It was just like all fun and all that, it does look like I've come over a bit aggressive, but if those films carry on, you would be seeing that there was all people shaking hands and high-fiving. But listen, that's not what's going to get the views. I get that. So it is like sort of a little bit misplaced what happened there, But listen, it was a fantastic atmosphere in there yesterday. It wasn't hostile. That was one of the things that I have to say. It was more Man United were up for it. It was electric atmosphere. It was like they really fancied themselves because of their signings that they were going to win that game. And there was a little bit of nervousness from our point of view because we didn't really know what was going to happen. And it made for a very good atmosphere going into the ground and afterwards. So the ones that were giving the high fives and everything like that was really good. And listen, there was about 3 or 4 stewards there, no more than that. A little bit dangerous, if I'll be honest, because we was going into the turnstile, which is on the side of Old Trafford, and there was loads of Man United fans there. And listen, if Man United fans, and there was quite a lot of them, wanted to be aggressive and nasty, that it could have escalated into something really bad, and vice versa from our point of view. But it wasn't. It was all good banter. It was like it was how it should be, everybody giving it a little bit, but in a good way. I thoroughly enjoyed going in there. I was laughing and joking. We was going in there, and it was good fun. I've come over a little bit aggressive in that, but obviously, it's they only show the aggressive side of it. They don't show you the other side of it, and I get that. That's part of it. So I felt like I needed to address that. Listen, there was no trouble whatsoever. There was no punches thrown, no nothing. It was just a good old bit of banter, and it was like going back to Man United when there was that real rivalry between us. And I felt the last few games that we've gone to Old Trafford, been at the back end of the season when, we're down in the dumps, their fans, and not playing well and not expecting to win games, but they were really up for it yesterday. So it just shows you what signings do, and the signings do make, and energise the fan base. And I felt that Man United's fan base was energised by their signings, and they're going to be a little bit tougher to take. And I think that they're going to be, that was a good 3 points for us yesterday, because I think that, come the season and going into the season, it's going to be very hard to go to Old Trafford and get a result. So from that point of view, as I said before, it was good to go to Man United when they're not quite up and running, and that was a good thing there. So hopefully I've addressed that. And listen, it was all good fun, and I hope everybody understands that. And come on, let's have it, and I love that, that was part of the game, and I really enjoyed that. And good luck to all those Man United fans. Unlucky. As for the game, well, what can you say about the game? I think, if you want to be negative about the game and the way we played and the performance, I get that, because I don't think that we was great. I think if you want to be positive about the game, you can be as well. I think if you want to criticise, I ain't got a problem with that. If you want to be positive, you can be as well. If you really look on it, it wasn't a great performance from Arsenal. We was probably a little bit fortunate. The way I say we was fortunate is because we give away the ball time and time again in our final third, and we wasn't punished. So that's not our fault. If you really look on it, Ray has had to make one brilliant save in the whole game. And there was a couple of other saves that I felt were routine for him, and other than that, but I don't think individually that anybody played really, really well. But defensively, we got the job done. You know, if you go away to any team in the Premier League, get a clean sheet, that's the most important thing. That gives you a chance of winning a game of football. Set piece again. Sometimes other teams like Liverpool have got players that they can rely on to get them goals when they're not playing well. I didn't think Liverpool were that great on Friday. Manchester City have got players that can get them out of jail. Arsenal have set pieces that can get them out of jail. So I rather look on it as a positive than a negative. We didn't play very, very well yesterday, but a set piece and our defending got us the game and got us the win. I felt defensively in the last 15 minutes, if you want to be positive, that was great defending. We defended, shut up shop, they didn't look like scoring. And at the end of it, you know, it is all about getting a win and the result. You know, we've had better performances and played better and lost. And you know, we haven't played well at Man United for a very, very long while. You know, the last two games we've gone there, we've drawn 1-1 and 1-1-0. They've not been brilliant performances, and you know, it's 3 years now without losing at Old Trafford. The last time we played well at Old Trafford, believe it or not, we lost 3-1. You know, we played a lot better than what we have done in the last three games. So, you know, fine margins whether you want to get the great performance. I think if you're going to be really honest about it, if we play like that against Leeds, we're going to be disappointed because that's not what we expect. Away from home, it's always difficult, different. And guys, I'm telling you that now, the atmosphere was electric yesterday. Was it like hard for players to go in there and play? You know, 75,000 fans in there, all, you know, cheering on at the side and all behind the team. You know, I've gone over there the last couple of seasons and perhaps they've not been quite like that. So I think at the end of the day, I think it's a great performance from us. We done really, really well to get the result. That the performance as the way we played and everything like that, no, I get that. But just to get the win is the most important thing, like, you know. And we're going to have to play, yes, we're going to have to play a lot better if we're going to win this league and win games of football. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. Positives, I think Raya played well in goal, even though he could have gone and made a mistake in there, like, you know. And the back four kept the clean sheet. I felt in the final third, if we picked the right pass and the pass was better, we could have maybe got in a few times. And the one thing that you have to look at it and say is a little bit disappointing is that the front three weren't quite at it and didn't look really, really good. Defensively, though, I thought Martinelli done well, but attacking wise, no. Gyökeres, well, you know, it's going to take time, boys, I think, and girls. I think it's not going to be easy for him. Like, you know, the big worry for me is, you know, Havertz come on and had more touches than probably he did because we're used to playing with Havertz. We're going to have to get used to the style of play and all that. Physically wise, he looks very, very good. And I don't think he's quite 100% fit yet. So, look, that game would have done him well going into the Leeds game. And I think that if he plays that sort of game against Leeds, yeah, we can be a little bit worried and a little bit cautious about it. But at this moment in time, not. Listen, the main thing and the biggest focus of all is that we've won the game. That's all that matters. We've gone to Old Trafford and ticked the box and got that out of the way, like, you know. So I'd rather look at the positives than the negatives. We move on to next week. Enjoy your week. Listen, it's not over the season. It's never, ever going to be plain sailing. We're not going to play well every week. We're not going to be getting the results and scoring all the goals and free-flowing as we are. That is what football's about. We're going to have our ups and our downs, and we're going to come on here and we're going to come on here and moan when Arsenal haven't done well, and we're going to come on here when they have done well and probably be a little bit over the top. I'm not over top about that performance whatsoever, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we've got the result. That's what matters. Come on, you Gunners.